Hello and welcome to the first podcast of Casual Conversations of the Kiss Kind. I am your host, Kyle Comstock. I am here to talk to you about anything and everything. There's no rules here, and we will discuss all topics. If there's a certain topic you want us to talk about, please feel free to get at us at FrenchKissChicago.com, our website, where we talk about all things fashion, sports, and more. And they are our main sponsor, and the CEO of French Kiss Chicago is here to join us as the second mic, Kiki.
Hello, hello, hello. This is Kiki Woodman. As he said, this is French Kiss Chicago, and we talk about everything life, all the art culture, and we also have another special guest, another co-host. We have LSD. Introduce yourself.
Hello, Chicago, and all those listening from all parts of wherever you are. LSD here, French Kiss commentator, man about town in Chicago and other places, opinionated, trustworthy. All I want to do is just run my mouth and tell the truth. I think a lot of people are out here too sensitive, and I'm that person to break that mold. I'm going to break through that sensitive stuff, and we're going to get to the nitty gritty of these issues out here now.
Okay, that's what we want to let you all know about. Also, I want to tell you all that one of my jobs includes driving for Lyft, where you can make money and they encourage tipping. And if you'd like to use my Lyft promo code, that is Kyle51146. You can sign up. I signed up, and I got to tell you, last week I made over $500 in fares, and I made over $30 in tips, and I worked about 20 hours. Pretty good money. Okay, so I must ask you two, what do you feel about the way America is trending?
Trending how? We're trending over lots of different things. Look at our president. Did you see the Fox and Friends interview? That was
God.
It was like watching your grandpa at Thanksgiving dinner.
You know, I listened to that as well. Yeah, he's
kinda
definitely a motor
rambled.
mouth, I'll say that, but I don't think it was as bad as you make it out to
It
be.
was
Oh my
pretty
God, like,
bad. He
nobody-
rambled. Fox and Friends hung up on them. When Fox and Friends hangs up on you, that's pretty bad.
I'm pretty sure they'd hang up on Obama.
No, they're like, look, Mr. President.
They're still having Obama's name in their mouths as we speak, and he's been out of office for how long?
Exactly.
Quit playing.
No. They would want to keep him on the line. No, they're like, look, Mr. President, we know you have lots of things to do. So, yeah, bye.
It's like Trump is like having somebody's just like insane grandfather at Thanksgiving, just continually talking about people that he doesn't like and just randomly smattering out just random crap. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but we all knew that he loved himself more than anything else. I mean, there's a sex tape of Donald Trump is actually a sex tape of him jerking off to a sex tape of him jerking off. That's what it is.
That is two things that I can't take. One, a sex tape of somebody with negative penis size, looking at another sex tape of a negative penis size person.
I can't
I'm not doing it.
possibly, in any way, shape, or form, look at Trump in any way other than I can't look at him that way.
You can't tell me
Melania
women
took one for the team.
You can't tell me women look at that man and be like, "Oh my God, he's attractive. Let me see what he's talking about."
Yeah. Well,
No
when
way.
you have 50 billion, I mean, you look pretty attractive. I
You
mean,
know what?
hey.
There are some things that
Hey,
does not have
this
50
table's got
billion.
50 billion. I'm going to find it
No,
pretty attractive.
he does not have 50 billion. He actually manufactured that. He actually made up the numbers for that Forbes interview so that he can actually get loans for his businesses. So that's been proven.
Also, basically,
Okay, well, I mean, let's look at all the lottery winners. So, I mean, how many of them end up going broke? Yeah, he was given $1 million from his
wasn't-
dad, but he managed to take that money and he managed to grow it.
But he
Yes,
did it
as
by
opposed-
subterfuge and lying
as
to
opposed
get on the Forbes.
oh,
richest
really? And that's
list.
different from any other politician?
True.
Where do we live in again? Chicago? How many of our governors
politics-
have been arrested?
Well, politics is the
Ryan
ugly man's
Blago.
Hollywood now.
That's true.
Politics
That's a
is the
monologue.
ugly man's Hollywood now. If you have to take that into consideration, everybody's making a side deal. They've always
Exactly.
done that.
Well,
I
what
just need your side deal to coincide with what I need done. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, the fact that lobbyist is even a job is just a joke, honestly. The fact that that's actually considered a job is laughable. I mean, honestly, if someone like JFK was still walking around, may he rest in peace. Honestly, I think if he could, he'd oh my God, he would have a fit right now seeing what's happening.
So what do you think about his relationship with the French president? Like, the French president comes and he's all like trying to salvage this deal that we're in with Iran so that they don't start building up their nukes. Like, what do you think about him trying to pull us out and possibly starting, I don't know, World War III?
What do I think about it? What do I think about it?
Yes.
America, you in danger, girl. You need to get yourself together and make sure you find a
Get
place
Grandpa Trump
to
out
have
of
for
there.
your stuff.
Well, you're saying now that you didn't like his speech and what he said on Fox and Friends. Just what did he say on? I just listened to it today for the first time. You brought it to my
He
attention.
just rambled. He was incoherent, nothing really. And then he says, oh, back in slavery, the Republicans did a thing. And
Yeah,
they
but
really
did a
helped
thing.
black people.
Yeah.
He
yeah.
couldn't elaborate.
Over
though.
there.
Which he is right. He is right. They did do a thing.
What
Over
thing?
yonder.
But he didn't elaborate.
But I mean, you were talking to me about it, and you were claiming that the things he was saying about how incoherent it was, and he mentioned that it was Melania's birthday, which it was, and then you also told me that what was it that you said?
That he gave her a card.
Yeah, and he said that. They asked him, what'd you get her? And he said, I don't want to say that right now. I'll say that I got her a card, a beautiful card, and some beautiful flowers. That's what he said.
That's what he said? Really?
Yeah, well, maybe he doesn't want, I mean, hey, maybe he got her a vibrator. Maybe he doesn't want to say that on national
you
television.
think-
I think he should. I would respect him more if he said that he got her a vibrator, because that at least means that he's paying attention to her needs. Yes, I would
She'd be like,
respect him
Donald,
more.
thank you.
Okay. Well,
Thank
then,
you,
well, then
Donald.
look at Hillary Clinton. Did you really want to put her in office?
Oh,
She
my-
didn't even know how to satisfy her own man. How's she going to satisfy an
Oh,
entire
that's
country?
a low
First
blow.
of all,
Come
can't
on
nobody
now.
suck dick like a big girl. Monica Lewinsky got up in that bitch and went down.
She
was
took
letting
one
her-
for
she
the
was letting
team.
people
Okay.
know.
First and foremost.
This is what you do.
You can't control another person.
No.
If another person's going to cheat, they're going to cheat. There's nothing you can do about it. So, that's first and foremost.
And I have to give this to the Clintons. Now, I'm not going. In this presidential election that passed, I was pro Bernie. I very much so was pro Bernie.
Bernie!
Since Bernie couldn't get it, I decided to take the lesser of, I guess, quote unquote, two evils, but the more experienced politician, which would be Hillary.
Okay, and tell me again, what is the Clinton administration? What does that do? Because it's being disbarred now because they're no longer in political offices, so they can't be on their pay-to-play scheme anymore. I'm not saying Trump is good.
Play scheme.
Whoa.
And we talking
But
about
didn't
this
Trump-
president.
Trump
But-
did not win this election. Hillary
Did he get
lost
sued
it.
for his Trump University? Didn't he have like a whole
Well, they say you don't make it till you've
Degree
been
mill?
sued.
Well, he has made it a few times because all that man's career is lawsuit after lawsuit from people that he
Speaking of
schemed.
lawsuits, we should talk about Cosby. What do you think about the fact that this man is going to jail?
The Jello pudding pop man can do no wrong in my eyes. I'm sorry that y'all slipped up and had those quaaludes.
Wait. It's their fault.
They was playing Naked Twister, and he so happened to kept falling on her, which led to an orgasm. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
So but you have to be able to separate
No.
the man from from what his character is.
True. It's,
like-
all kidding aside, I love what he represents, especially in the African American community. If he's confessed to doing some things that weren't honorable, and I get that, and I get the suit, and I get even the verdict. It took me a minute, but I get the verdict. What I don't get or refuse to accept is the fact that you would take his shows and try to tarnish his legacy. Like, it shows off the air his legacy. He was a staple in the community. That image of Cliff Huxtable and Claire Huxtable was a staple for that. And on top of that, why should the other cast members, people that worked on the show, have to suffer with something that he did in his private life?
I partly agree with that. I mean, I agree that they shouldn't have to suffer because some of the people on that show, like Keisha Knight Pulliam, she grew up on that show and that was her legacy. So I
Right.
kind of feel she shouldn't be punished for that. But I mean, he's been popping pills with people for years. Everyone knew this. So I mean,
Right. I mean,
the
this
rooster
wasn't
came
new.
home. The chicken came home to roost. So it's whatever.
Now, I don't know about this 2000, was it
2015.
15 allegation, but I know in the 80s, you couldn't get a piece of pussy unless you popped some coke and had
Oh,
some
yeah,
weed or
and
something,
in the
some drink or
60s,
something.
for sure, it was common practice.
Right, but that's how they got out. So especially when Janice Dickinson was talking about, I said, but you was high all year. You don't know who the fuck you had sex with, Janice Dickinson.
So do you think that in Hollywood, do you think that this is a rampant thing that people do, that people are abusive? Like
Every man that has power is going to try to abuse it at some point. I just feel that way. And when I mean men, I just don't mean it to the general sex of man. Any person in power, man or woman, if they have that power, they will probably try to abuse it. Now, certain people may get certain perks if they play the game. That's what. Think about the artists that we have in the industry now. A lot of them aren't really as talented as artists that we may see on like an independent circuit. But why do they make it there than the other artists? Because they played the game.
So you think that giving sexual favors is part of playing the game, or at least letting yourself falling victim to sexual exploitation is part of the game?
See, you have the ability to say yes or no. You know what I'm saying?
But these women obviously said no.
Some.
So he should be punished for forcing people to do stuff, and they said no.
For that part, I agree with. But again, that okay. I'm already even though it hurts me, I'm cool with the whole verdict. But again, it's about attacking the man's legacy that really is the problem for me. Don't take that show off the air. These people worked hard to get that show to be where it is. It means something. But while I can still watch 2.5 Men, but Charlie Sheen over here giving the kids AIDS. With HIV, you know what I'm saying? We still watch 2.5 Men. We still celebrate George Washington's birthday, and I'm sure the slaves didn't have a choice in sexual activity and favors.
You're talking about Thomas Jefferson.
Him too.
Well, actually, a lot of presidents had sexual liaisons with their female slaves.
Yes, but we sit there, President
Actually,
Lincoln.
there's reason to believe that the president right before Lincoln may have been gay, Buchanan. He's also considered the worst president we ever had because the Civil War.
It has nothing. One has nothing to do with the other guy.
So when I run my gay ass for president, I got to worry about this shit.
I'm just stating all the facts. He was believed that he was gay. He lived with no fake news. You want to talk about fake news? There's been tons of cover-ups and makeups that the liberal media has done as well. I mean,
the liberal media. He's going there.
Thank you for bringing it up.
No, there was. I mean, it started right off the bat. They were claiming that they took out the bust of Martin Luther King when really all they did was move it to have it be clean.
That was one person.
Yeah.
And there was one
Because Republicans
source.
never go to truck stop bathrooms and suck dick in stalls. They don't do that because it's against the God principle.
So you're gonna paint a whole party of people for one person's actions, but we shouldn't do. One should do the same thing.
It's fake news all the time. They always try and cover up leaks. They were just doing that with Starbucks. There's actually.
How were they? Tell me about
Yeah.
Starbucks. Tell me what happened supposedly.
No, you look at if you look at all the facts, not just some of the facts.
Well, we did look at all the
of
facts.
them.
All the facts were that these two men went into this open establishment where
did not purchase anything.
Yes, but they were waiting, just like a lot of other people were doing. Other people were using Wi-Fi.
You don't know that. You weren't there. They used the bathroom. It wasn't a public bathroom they're running there.
Kyle, they did say that. That is their public policy, is that you are allowed
the employee
to do
said
that.
to them, either purchase something or get out.
She did
they
not.
Said
she
no.
did not
they
warn.
said no.
She
no.
did not warn them before she called the police.
No, The Wire exposed this very well. Also.
What Wire? What? Where are you
The
getting your
Wire
information?
is what Ben Shapiro writes for.
Ben Shapiro, really?
Credible source.
Yes, I know, right?
Yeah, he is.
Breitbart.
Yeah.
All of those people.
Sarcasm.com.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, does he not have a Harvard degree? Is he not an educated man?
There are a lot of educated
Hell,
idiots.
Bush has a degree and he still can't spell Bob backwards.
But no, my point is that someone actually took video of these people who were very cooperative.
Yes. And then the police showed up.
And they did not charge them with anything because there was nothing to charge them with. They did not break
so the
any
police
law.
Just moved
They weren't
them.
doing anything
What's
wrong.
the big problem? The police.
The
said,
problem
look,
is
you gotta
that there
be
were
moved.
like so many other people who were doing the same exact thing. Why pinpoint these two gentlemen? Why? And she had also
Okay,
been.
by that logic, then I guess maybe I shouldn't pay my taxes because other people don't pay their taxes. Maybe I shouldn't stop at
No,
stop
the
sign 'cause
logic-
Not everyone
no,
else
no.
stops at
The
You
stop
never
signs.
stop at stop signs, Cal. You never stop at stop signs.
No. Anyone who knows me knows
Just
I
roll
try
on
hard.
through there. No, the thing is it would be an issue if you're getting the government's coming down on you, but they're not getting coming down to everyone else. No, everyone should be
speeds.
getting prosecuted if they're not paying their taxes, and generally they do. I'm talking about a situation at Starbucks with these two men who were doing what they were like, what everybody else was doing, and yet they got pinpointed. Why?
Well, we're delving into the situation of America with there being two sets of rules for different people. There's one set of rules for one type of person. There's other sets of rules for other type of people, and it's always been like that.
Yeah, and it can't be a double standard. You can't.
this.
Oh, you don't believe it?
Take about 15 minutes in my skin, and just walk.
Okay, you know what? Let's play this out, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say hey, we go down to, local bar or whatever. If Kiki starts yelling at me, people are just going to be like, oh, she's mad at him, But then, meanwhile, if I start yelling at her, people are going to get in between us. Be like, hey,
No,
what's
they
going on?
won't. That's never happened. That is never. I've never seen that happen.
Oh,
I've never seen that happen.
So
what are you
now,
talking
okay.
about? So now
now
you're
we're
mixing
solving-
apples and oranges and pears and a whole bunch of other shit. No.
I say this much. I know that I've seen women hit men, and the reaction from people were like either laughing or not trying to get involved when a woman was to get really physical with a guy. Now, in reversing that, a guy getting physical with a woman, people get involved. And of course, I guess we have lived with this whole thing of, man being stronger, women like that. And I don't like anybody being hit, but we do see men in situations getting abused, and there's like really nothing that
Being
people
done.
do to help that.
And that's
Yeah,
what. That's
yeah.
what
And
it is.
meanwhile, if a man's calling the cops on the woman, now he's a bitch. That's what he's going to be called.
But that's what toxic masculinity is all about.
Exactly.
It hurts both genders when you have the set of rules of how men are supposed to act and how women are supposed to act.
So yeah, so there's difference on both sides. I mean, women are the ones who, women and children first, but then, you talk about,
Like the
I want
Titanic.
equal pay. Well, okay, when you're able to carry as much weight as I am, when you're able to work as physical as jobs as I am, when you're not taking as much time off
But
as
why
I
do women take
when
more
you're
time
working the
off?
overtime
Women
that I
take
work,
more time
when you're
off.
negotiating as good as I do, then maybe, yeah, we should have.
Think about the reasons why women take more time off. Women take more time off because we're responsible for the majority of child rearing because men are not expected to do that. And then when they do, it's like they're not supposed to. They're not supposed to babysit. They're not. Oh, it's not even supposed to be babysitting. It's supposed to be parenting. They're not supposed to be doing these things.
And I kind of feel that's a crack. That's a crack. I think women should be paid equal share. It's not about if I'm going into a physical labor position, man, woman going there. They sign a contract. They know what they have to do. So they are agreeing to do this work. So I don't think I've never seen a man at a site or like anything that's physical labor where a woman's like, okay, I really can't do it. Can you please help? Women are doing the exact same thing. When you get into positions,
I
where,
work a physical job
You work a
5 days a week.
Okay.
I'm constantly asked by women to help out, help lift this, help move that. And I don't have a problem with it, but then you guys can't get mad that sometimes
But what about in jobs where, I work corporate, where I'm doing the exact same job as a man and it's not physical in any way, but yet I'm getting paid less than him and we're doing the same thing on paper. Like
then
we
negotiate your pay with your boss.
And then
That's
what?
you
And
need
then
to
what?
do.
And then what if women do negotiate and then they go, well, we don't want to hire you, or we don't want to give you X amount of money. So what are you
Then
supposed
go
to do?
somewhere else.
Then you
Start your own job.
But that's the thing. It's easier said than done. And it happens all over the country. So you're gonna just keep going from job to job to job to job, trying to find some place that's gonna value your contributions when everyone should be valued. It shouldn't have to be such a fight to get paid the same amount of money as a man.
If we're going to be fair, we need to be fair straight down the middle
Exactly.
with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
But
And
I don't
that's-
think it's ever going to be fair because life isn't fair. So sometimes you just have to get
Yeah, life
over it.
is-
You got to toughen up.
Well, I mean,
we
That's
can't be in
nice
this.
coming
Everyone
from
gets a
a
trophy.
a
What do
man.
you want? Everyone getting the same size trophy, participation.
It's no. It's not
first
that.
place and last place.
No, I have a master's degree. I've worked hard to get where I am. I should be getting compensating for it. That's all I'm saying. It's not about getting kudos just to get it.
Yeah,
Well,
but
no.
also if your master's degree is in, I don't know, like underwater basket weaving, I mean, the man in the STEM field should be getting paid more. I mean,
I
there
know
are certain
underwater
degrees
basket
out there
weavers,
that.
and they are awesome. We will not shame underwater basket weavers.
I know. You're just.
But the thing is, though, this is the thing. Personally, I feel, we want to get these changes going. We talk about marching and we talk about peaceful sit-ins and things like that. It's 2018. That doesn't work anymore. It's going to have to be some violence to happen to get what you want.
Whoa, violence.
It's going to happen. I'm sorry. No one has
already
ever gotten
happened.
their freedom or gotten equal treatment by asking for it. Nobody sat here and just said, "Excuse me, sir, I don't like the fact that I'm a slave. Would you mind giving me some freedom so I can get out this shit?"
So your point is that there are a lot of people who feel that privilege, they feel that their privilege is something that's owed to them. And when there is an equal playing field, they feel oppressed maybe. And in order to take some of that having an equal playing field, you have to kind of have a violent kind of insurgence.
I think that the human condition will not. Well, a person.
I mean, I don't agree. I think that there's a way to go about it to where you can push the boundaries and not,
A person is not
violent.
willing to give up his power for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like we can talk all the game that we want, and we can even be right in that. But if I have the might to strike you down to keep my position, what do you think is going to happen? Because if I knock down everybody that's coming that's behind you to get the position, I don't have to worry about that anymore. Because you're gone. No one has ever gotten freedom or equal treatment by being peaceful. So unfortunately, I kind of think some shit needs to hit the fan, so people can
You mean to tell me shit hasn't already hit the fan?
not like it's going to. Oh, trust and believe. Just hang in there. It's going to hit the fan. See, because people, we are proactive when it comes to certain things in life. Like I'm sorry, we're I have to take that back. We are not proactive when it comes to certain things.
I feel like this culture that we have right now, it's very apathetic. Like no one really cares about the issue. Like we don't seem to be as engaged as we should be. And I think it comes.
Okay, well tell me this. Okay, now me personally, it's been hard. Okay, I'm not making it yet. I'm not where I want to be. But let me tell you something else. Every single year, I've done better. Every single year, I've made more. I've been working my way up, get up my high school degree, got my college degree. I'm continuing my education. I'm continuing to work more. I'm getting raises. I'm in a good union.
Okay, but let's talk about something here. The elephant that's in the room. You're what? A male. You're also a white male. So that's the big elephant
you're
in the
right.
room.
You're right. So then my college degree was handed to me. My paychecks must be
But
handed to
I'm
me
sure
too.
you-
I am so glad that you said that. Thank you so much for honesty in the room.
God, oh jeez, we're gonna deal with this.
Shit.
Okay, look, I think we should move on. Like, what do you guys think about the whole R. Kelly thing?
What about R. Kelly? I can't keep track.
Oh, he
of all
has
this.
a sex cult now.
He
and
has a
he's-
sex cult. He pees on
Yeah,
people.
isn't that
you know.
old, is that the old news? And is that the
No,
gym bag that he had that they found the tape in?
His publicist and actually everyone around him has actually quit and jumped ship. He actually has no PR team right now.
Well then, hey Kenya, there's a job opening for you.
will
You
not.
do
I will
PR.
not go to his sex cult palace.
Bring
to
Daryl
get
with
peed on.
you.
R.
If
Kelly
you
don't-
say potato salad, he comes out swinging with a baseball bat.
R. Kelly don't want me in this sex club, baby. He don't want that.
I don't know what would happen.
No, he don't.
What do you think would happen?
He won't be wanting little girls no more. I can tell you that much.
You can put it on.
The last thing he gonna want is a little girl after he put me. R. Kelly, if you listening, you be careful for LSD. If you don't mind, we'll get you out that pee stuff. In the name.
So what other celebrities would you put right together?
Who don't I like? I don't like Cardi B right now. I'm going
Wait. You don't like Cardi B?
No, she get on my nerves.
You don't. Who does? I love her. She is so awesome.
I mean,
love
I
her.
guess I don't know.
She's like that, like really crazy friend that like you hang out with and you know you get drunk with, and she's just really a lot of fun. I don't know. I like her. I think she's awesome.
it's just I'm over it. Like I said, it's not that I'm over it. I'm just not impressed. Although Kanye West has significantly
Okay,
tickled
what-
me.
Oh, my. What did he do outside of exercise his First Amendment right?
Okay,
He
I
exercised
believe
his
that
First Amendment
he's
right.
okay.
That tickled me.
It's
And I seriously don't get that. Why can't I just say I have a different viewpoint than you?
and there's
You can
nothing
say
wrong.
that.
There's nothing wrong with
You can
that.
say that.
You can
But
say
then
there's nothing wrong, but you have to be
you take the
prepared.
consequences for what you say.
Exactly.
Because I disagree with you. That doesn't sound like a democracy. That sounds like a dictatorship.
What do you think this is? This isn't a democracy. This is a dictatorship.
No, last
thought
I
it was
checked,
a
we have a
democracy?
democracy. Last I
Oh.
checked, yeah.
Okay.
Look, I will say
Okay.
this. Democracy is the second worst form of government, followed by all other forms of government.
There we can agree.
Okay?
They're shaking
There's a
hands,
handshake across
everybody.
the table, people.
They are shaking hands across the table.
Yes,
they agree
we
on
agree about
something.
that.
Wow.
Yes.
We found
So,
common ground.
I mean,
it's possible.
If
people.
he likes something that President Trump did, you could like one thing one person did.
There
and you
was a-
could hate everything else that they did.
You know what? This is the thing. Dolly Parton. We all love. No one loved Dolly Parton.
I love Dolly
Dolly
Parton.
Parton has Dollywood. In Dollywood, they have annually. They have a Confederate. In Dollywood, annually, they have a Confederate like a parade in Dollywood and stuff, and the Confederate flag is being thrown around. You know, it's a celebration for the Confederacy. Has Dolly Parton ever came out and said, "I am pro Republican, pro Democrat"?
Actually, I didn't even know
pro whatever politician? She's never said that. Why hasn't she said that? Because it's a smart business move. Because she knows the majority of the people that follow her are into that, and you don't want to lose your following. You know what I'm saying? So it just makes business sense to kind of keep things to yourself. Kanye could have felt that way. You know your base.
But it
is
is
Look,
his
I've
right,
never
though.
liked Kanye. I want to make that clear. I've always had a problem with him. I always thought he was a jerk. I mean, back when what he did to Taylor Swift's taken an award that's supposed to be her time to shine and say thank you.
That was very
And then-
shady.
Yeah, and she could have, and if he had a problem with it, he could have simply waited until afterwards, gone on Twitter or said in an interview, I just
Right.
felt that Beyonce
But-
was more deserving.
But did
My
he
problem
not
was
take the
with how-
consequences for that though?
Yeah, my problem was not with that he said it. It was when he said it. That was supposed to be Taylor Swift's time.
Yeah, that was her moment.
Yeah, and he didn't let her have her moment.
Right.
Okay, so I see
So
what you're saying.
right now, with President Trump, he just went on Twitter, said, hey, I like some things he's doing. I can't quote the tweet exactly. but-
Right. And that's the thing. He can say that. He has the right to say that. But the people that are his base have the right to feel how they feel and have the
Exactly.
right to do what they
And
need to do about it.
he has
Because a lot
his
of
right,
the programs
we
and
have
things
to.
that Trump is pushing are not for his demographic. It's not for his base. So my fave came out and said, I'm for not helping you. What do you think the people are going to say? They're going to say, girl, let me get off this motherfucking Twitter, but this motherfucker follow me. And that's exactly
I mean,
what
I think
they
that's
did.
the shame about fame is that people will actually be that influenced by what someone likes or doesn't like, that you actually care to that level. Will you actually listen to music or not listen to music or see a movie or not see a movie based on what that person likes or doesn't like?
I agree.
I think
That's
that's
true.
ridiculous.
No, I
That's
agree.
true, but
I
Kyle,
think
you have
that's-
Kyle and Kiki, you have to take into consideration fame right now. Famous people are like the new gods.
Fame
You know
is
what
the
I'm saying?
new drug.
It is just like
That's why people
everybody.
want to
So,
be instant
I'm-
famous.
Look how people talk about Beyonce.
Yes,
and
we're going to go there. The
Rihanna.
Bayhive
Yeah.
is going to come for us.
Fuck the Beehive. I don't give a damn. Oh, you know what? I actually
It's
love
gonna be
Beyonce. I
some-
like her. I think she's talented.
I
What
think
I
so
don't
too,
like is
but-
the Beehive because they do too much. Now,
They
I said
do.
that, but
They
go ahead,
stand
Kiki.
too much. And
Y'all
like,
make me not like her. Y'all make me hope that somebody do a showgirl shit and drop some pearls on the stage.
I think it's one thing to have a fan base, but then I think the Bayhive is a little crazy. They do way too much.
I've never seen such uneducated GED having people be so mean. Yeah, I said it.
They will go the craziest lengths for her. They will actually discredit like companies. They would discredit people's careers.
Kyle, would you go and take out a payday loan
No.
to go see your favorite artist?
No.
That's all I'm
And no.
Okay,
saying.
well, what do you think about
Payday loan?
Beyonce?
Okay,
I mean,
payday
no.
loan, Kyle.
And
Use
the
all that
payday-
interest, Kyle.
or go pop bottles in the club for a payday loan? No. Yeah.
Okay,
no,
so what do
This
you
is the
think?
Beehive we're talking about.
So what do you think about the Bayhive? What do you think?
I think, like I said, I think it's ridiculous. Like I said, I listen to some Beyonce's music. I think she's a good artist, but then people want to compare her to Michael Jackson.
You will
Oh, no.
never. I'm sorry.
She will
Cal.
not be Michael Jackson.
80s baby here.
Oh, so
You will never.
She will be Beyonce.
The
She will be
Bayhive.
Beyonce her whole life.
Exactly.
Michael Jackson will be Michael Jackson.
Exactly. Michael Jackson is in his status.
And also, greatest entertainer of all time. There were full-grown men who would pass out at his performances because they were that good.
We've seen those concert recordings because we couldn't go there because the tickets were sold at $400 in the 80s. So we've seen people that were in wheelchairs. Wheelchairs are being passed around up and out the arenas because people in wheelchairs have filled out. People running up to the stage. Michael Jackson was a force of nature.
Okay, well, question. With him being that popular, why are the dynamics so different now to where you have a Bayhive, but you didn't have Michael Gang or something like that? Like, why is it?
Because 80s babies had sense. That's why we had shit to do.
Yeah, didn't everyone get a trophy then?
I mean, right. Okay, it was the top three when we all were coming up. ABC, 1, 2, 3, gold, silver, bronze.
So what you're saying is that this generation is too entitled and privileged.
Pussy. P.
No.
Double S Y.
I'm gonna
Wow.
say no. I'm gonna say cock because you know why? Pussies take a beating and they keep on going. It's the cock.
Okay,
Correct
Betty
it.
White.
It's the
Cock.
dick.
Gotcha.
COCK.
Okay, and closing out this podcast now, Casual Conversations of the Kiss Kind. I want to thank you all for joining us, and I want to give you a one last piece of information. We're going to have a little sports section. This is going to be with me because I can assure you the other two here basically stick to figure skating and ballet.
Oh yeah.
But going down at the
Love you,
Allstate
Kyle.
Arena tonight, there's a heavyweight bout between Frank Mir and Fedor Emelianenko. And I'm going to give you my pick on the heavyweight bout, Bellator. I am going to pick, let's see here, between Fedor and Frank Mir. I will pick Frank Mir. Frank Mir shall win. I believe he'll win in the... will it go to decision or not? You know what? I'll go out and say this. Frank Mir will win. If I am wrong, on the next podcast, I will eat a nightcrawler on the podcast.
Yeah, Cal, because it's not getting looking two sweaty men in the boxing ring dancing around with each other.
It's not a boxing ring, it's MMA. It's mixed
Oh,
martial arts. It's
MMA,
a
so
world of
they're
difference.
connecting with each other, scissoring each other.
Ooh,
and
that
things.
seems a little erotic. I think I might watch
That's
that.
called Friday night to me.
Well, it's Saturday night. Okay, so you two want to sign off?
Thank you guys for listening. This has been a great experience. LSD is here, man. I really want to come back, so I hope the Kiss family invites me back to,
Yes, yes.
just spread my opinion and things. And God bless you and love you all.
I also want to give you all our social media accounts. My Instagram is Kyle Shytown Life or Marvel the Entertainer on Instagram. You can also go follow me on Facebook. That is Kyle Shytown Life. And I also want to hand it over to Kiki, who will give you the French Kiss Chicago social media.
Yes, you can follow us on Twitter at French Kiss Mag. Also on Instagram is at French Kiss Chicago. We're on Facebook at French Kiss Chicago. You can also follow me at Chica Morena 312 on Instagram, and I'm also on Facebook as Kiki Woodman. So come on and follow us. You'll love it.
All right, and this is LSD. You can reach me at Twitter at Daryl_Ellis1. That's at Daryl, DARRYL _Ellis, ELLIS1. Or on Facebook at Daryl, DARRYL, Ladonte, LADONTE, Ellis, ELLIS. That's Daryl Ladonte Ellis. Love you guys. Kiki?
And thank you so much for listening to us today. And we hope you keep on listening. And as I said before, we really enjoyed this. And I will keep on giving you the topics and the trends that you really like to listen to. So signing off. Bye-bye.